Gabby Thomas just did something that no American sprint star has ever done. After winning 3 Olympic gold medals in Paris 2024, after being the most dominant 200-meter sprinter on the planet, after building one of the cleanest public images in all of track and field, she flew 8,200 miles across the world, raced in 3 different African countries in just 9 days, quietly, announced she is switching events, and then told Grand Slam track a flat-out no on live media. No sugarcoating, no PR spin, just facts. And if you have not been paying attention to what is happening with Gabby Thomas right now, this is your sign to start. Let's go back to where this story really begins. Paris 2024. Gabby steps into the 200-meter final with the world's fastest time that season at 21.7 seconds. Facing Julian Alfred, who had just won gold in the 100 meters, Gabby pulls away over the final 50 meters and crosses the line at 21.83 seconds. Gold medal, her first individual Olympic gold. She then runs the third leg on Team USA's 4x100 and the 4x400, helping the squad win gold in both. 3 golds in 1 Olympics. The same 3 golds Allyson Felix won back in 2012. At that point, Gabby Thomas is untouchable. She is the face of American sprinting. Everything is set up perfectly for 2025. Then comes the Achilles. The injury starts nagging her in May 2025 and gets worse through the summer. She is forced to withdraw from the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo, the first major championship she was supposed to compete in. For most athletes, that is the moment you go into protection mode. You stay home, you stay safe, you rebuild slowly and quietly. That is the playbook every single American sprinter follows after a major injury. Gabby Thomas threw that playbook in the trash. On April 7th, she posted 3 dates on her social media. April 18th, Addis Ababa Grand Prix in Ethiopia. April 24th, Cape Kano Classic in Kenya. April 26th, Botswana Golden Grand Prix. 3 countries, 3 competitions, 9 days. The Addis Ababa meet sits at over 7,500 feet above sea level. The Nairobi meet at 5,500 feet. For a sprinter whose races last between 10 and 22 seconds, this kind of altitude exposure and back-to-back international travel goes against everything modern sports science says about peak performance. Nobody does this. But before anyone could even question if she was healthy enough, she showed up at the Texas relays and ran 11 seconds in the 100 meters in cold and wet conditions, tying her personal best. Message sent. But here is where the story gets even bigger. While training for her comeback, Gabby quietly appeared on a non-track podcast and dropped something that sent shockwaves through the athletics community. She said she is shifting her focus to the 400 meters in 2026 and beyond, not as a side event, as a primary goal. Her reasoning was straight and honest. She said the constant hard sprint training maxes out the body, and she wants a long career. She has been enjoying the 400 training mentally and physically, and the numbers back her up. She already ran 49.14 seconds in the 400 at the Grand Slam meet in Jamaica in early 2025, which jumped her into the top 25 fastest women of all time in the event. She ran a 49.3 split at the Paris Olympics when Team USA broke the American record in the 4x400. She ran 49.6 at the Texas Invitational back in 2023. The potential is not a guess. The numbers are already there. Analysts believe she can push into the 48 mid to low range with dedicated 400-meter training. That is not podium level yet when you look at the current field. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, Marileidy Paulino, Salwa Eid Nazer are all running 47s and 48s. But it gets Gabby into real conversations. And the target is not 2026. The target is LA 2028. This is a long game move, and she is playing it smarter than anyone expected. Now let's talk about Grand Slam track, because Gabby's answer here was one of the most refreshing things any athlete has said publicly in years. The interviewer asked her directly, if Grand Slam came back, would she do it again? She said no. Just no. No hesitation. She said the concept was great. The best athletes competing against each other frequently. is exactly what the sport needs. But she is not doing Grand Slam again. She is fully committed to Atlas. And her answer makes even more sense when you look at what actually happened. Grand Slam Track canceled their last meet in Los Angeles in June 2025. By the end of 2025, they filed for bankruptcy. They owe money to athletes, vendors, and employees. Financial problems that reportedly existed months before the league even launched back in 2024 were hidden from Michael Johnson and everyone else involved. The trust is gone. And without athlete trust, there is no league. This is the full picture of what is happening with Gabby Thomas right now. She is not in a crisis. She is not spiraling. She is making the most calculated series of moves we have seen from any American track athlete in years. The African Tour is not random. The 400-meter pivot is not random. Walking away from Grand Slam is not random.
Jordan Anthony just walked into the biggest indoor track meet in America, lined up next to the Olympic champion, beat him by 0.06 seconds, and then told him to find a new hobby. He is 21 years old. It is his first professional season, and he was completely calm the whole time. On March 1st, 2026, at the Ocean Breeze Athletic Complex in Staten Island, New York, the USATF Indoor Championships gave the sprint world a moment nobody saw coming. The men's 60-meter final had 3 serious names on the start list. Trayvon Bromell, a former 2016 World Indoor Champion and one of the most dangerous starters in the history of the event. Noah Lyles, the reigning Olympic 100-meter gold medalist, 4-time 200-meter world champion, and the undisputed face of American track and field. And then there was Anthony, a rookie, a kid from Tylertown, Mississippi, who grew up dreaming about the Heisman Trophy, not a national sprint title. When the gun fired, Anthony exploded out of the blocks, hit the 30-meter mark in control, and never looked back. He crossed the line in 6.45 seconds. Bromell finished second in 6:47. Lyles, the man who owns 8 world titles and an Olympic gold medal, finished third in 6:51. The rookie beat the king, and the sport has not been the same since. To understand how big this is, you have to understand who Noah Lyles actually is. This is not just a fast guy. Lyles won the 100-meter gold at the 2024 Paris Olympics, ending a long drought for American sprinting. He holds the American record in the 200 meters at 19.31 seconds, set at the 2022 World Athletics Championships. He has been the loudest, most dominant, most entertaining sprinter on the planet for years. He created the championship belt celebration. He built a brand. He is a cultural icon in a sport that rarely produces them. And before this race, Lyles had not even competed at the USATF Indoor Championships in over 9 years. His last appearance was back in 2018 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where he finished 9th. So when he showed up in 2026, he came with a message. He told reporters that anyone who thought he was letting that belt go somewhere else simply did not know Noah Lyles. He said he was going all out from the very start of the season. He was not scared of anyone. That is the man Jordan Anthony just beat. Now here is what makes Anthony's story different from every other rising star narrative you have heard. He was not even supposed to be a sprinter. He was a wide receiver. He played football at 3 different colleges: University of Kentucky, Texas A&M, and finally University of Arkansas. He had 8 catches, 111 yards, and a touchdown at Arkansas. Real football, real games. He once said that if you told him years ago he would be a professional sprinter, he would have laughed in your face. He kept grinding in both sports until track completely took over. And when it did, that football mentality came with it. The explosiveness, the composure under pressure, the ability to perform in crucial moments. Those are not track skills, those are football skills. And they translate perfectly into the 60 meters, a race that is decided entirely in the first half by reaction time, drive phase, and raw acceleration. His 2025 college season was a warning that most people ignored. He won the NCAA indoor title in the 60 meters. Then he went outdoors and won the NCAA title in the 100 meters. He became the first sprinter since 2017 to pull off that double in the same season. He swept the 100 at the SEC Championships, running 9.95 and 19.93. He won the Bowerman Award, the most prestigious honor in college track, During his speech, he said, "A football player winning the Bowerman. That's crazy." Then he signed with Adidas, turned professional, and moved to Florida to train under coach Lance Brahman alongside Noah Lyles himself. Every single day, these two are in the same facility, competing against each other in practice. That detail matters more than people realize. But 2026 did not start perfectly for Anthony. On February 1st, he raced at the Millrose Games and finished third. People immediately started saying he had already lost his edge, that he had fallen off before he even got started. His response was not to argue. He used it as fuel. 2 weeks later, February 13th, at the Tyson Invitational in Fayetteville, Arkansas, he ran 6.43 seconds. That time made him the fastest man in the world in the 60 meters for 2026 and ranked him as the 10th fastest sprinter ever recorded at the distance. He went from being counted out to being the world leader in 14 days. Then he went to Staten Island and won the national title. After the race, Lyles handed Anthony the championship belt personally. The symbolism was obvious. Then Anthony spoke to NBC Sports and did not hold back. He said, "I looked to my right and my left, and I was like, I don't hear Noah. I don't see Trayvon. Gigi's in the chat. New generation is taking over. Today was the day I had to give them their eviction notice." And when asked about training alongside Lyles, he kept it honest. "I enjoy training with Noah. Of course we're going to talk smack. The sport is soft if we don't. I'm bringing football mentality. He's just bringing old age right now." He called the Olympic champion old on national television at 21 years old. Ice cold. Anthony now heads to Torun, Poland for the 2026 World Indoor Championships from March 20th to March 22nd, entering as the world leader in the 60 meters. Kashane Thompson of Jamaica, the Olympic 100-meter silver medalist,